My dad laughed at my business idea. I wanted to open a small bookstore cafe, use my savings, signed a lease in the arts district. When I told my dad over dinner, he actually snorted. A bookstore in 2024. What's next? A Blockbuster video? Print is dead, kiddo. You're throwing money into a dumpster fire. I tried explaining the community angle, the events, and he cut me off. You know what successful people do? They follow market trends, not nostalgia. This is why you're still renting at 32. My mom looked uncomfortable but said nothing. 3 weeks later, Dad started seeing someone new. Karen, 54, works in HR, has a daughter my age named Megan. He wouldn't shut up about how impressive Karen was, how successful, how she raised Megan as a single mom. I met them at a restaurant. Awkward first dinner. Dad was doing his charming routine, asking Megan about her life. She seemed nervous. So what do? He asked. I actually just opened a small indie bookstore, she said quietly. Coffee bar, local authors, community space. It's scary, but Dad's face lit up. That's incredible. That takes real vision, real courage, building something meaningful instead of chasing corporate dollars. The world needs more people like you. I choked on my water. Karen beamed. She got a small business loan, worked so hard on the concept. That's the entrepreneurial spirit, Dad continued. Brick and mortar is making a comeback. People crave authentic spaces. You're ahead of the curve. I couldn't speak, just stared. Megan smiled shy. Thanks. Everyone told me it was risky, but risk is where reward lives, Dad said. I've always believed that. The waiter refilled my water while I contemplated drowning myself in it. I didn't say anything. Not then, but I started watching. At the next dinner, Dad brought a gift bag for Megan. Business books, branding guides, a card that said, "For the future mogul." He posted on Facebook about Karen's amazing daughter, brave small business owner, the risk taker, the visionary. I screenshot everything. 2 months later, my bookstore opened. Small launch party. Local press showed up. I invited Dad out of obligation. He came late, stayed 20 minutes, barely looked around, but Karen texted me that night. "This is beautiful. Can we bring Megan by? She'd love to see your space." They came that Saturday. Megan walked in and froze. "Oh my God," she whispered. "This is almost identical to mine. Same concept, same layout, different neighborhood." "Wait," Karen said, looking confused. "You opened a bookstore 6 months ago," I said evenly. "Told Dad about it over dinner. He said I was throwing money into a dumpster fire." Karen's face changed. Megan looked between us. "But he told me this was visionary, that I was ahead of the curve." "He did," I confirmed. "I heard him." Karen's voice was cold. "When at dinner, when we all met, he told Megan she had entrepreneurial spirit, that brick and mortar was making a comeback. That risk is where reward lives." I pulled out my phone, showed her the screenshots of his Facebook posts, the gift bag photos, the glowing comments about brave small business owners. This is what he really said to me. I played a voice memo I'd recorded the night he found out. His voice clear as day. "Print is dead. You're throwing money into a dumpster fire. This is why you're still renting at 32. The bookstore went silent. Karen's hands were shaking. Megan looked sick. "He was proud of me," Megan whispered. "He said he believed in me. He was performing for your mom," I said quietly, being who she needed him to be. Karen walked out without another word. Dad called me that night, screaming about how I sabotaged his relationship, how I was jealous, how I manipulated the situation. I just said, "You did this, not me." He showed up at the bookstore the next day demanding to talk. Karen was already there, sitting in the cafe section with Megan. They both stood up when he walked in. "We're done," Karen said simply. "Over a misunderstanding, over the fact that you're a different person, depending on who's watching, over praising my daughter for the exact thing you destroyed yours for doing." She took Megan's hand. They left together. Dad looked at me. "Happy now?" "No," I said, "but at least I know who you really are." He left. The bookstore is doing well. Megan and I got coffee last week, swapped vendor contacts, talked about community events. Karen came too. Dad sends emails sometimes apologizing, explaining. I don't respond. Some people love you different depending